Okay, so for today's lesson, we are going to be covering Unit 4. We already talked about the Hamza in last class. So if you've got your book with you, I'm opening mine up. You are going to open up to page 77. Now, the first letter that we are doing today is the letter Dal. Okay, and the letter Dal looks like this. As I'm writing this, my lines are a little bit smaller, so I'm making the letters bigger. But if this is your notebook line, like this, the Dal is just about halfway. So Alif is an entire length, and Dal is half the length. So it's the same height as the letter Ba. So this letter Dal is your D sound. The way that you're going to write it is it's going to take up half the line, okay? And you're doing a vertical line and then a horizontal line, 90-degree angle. Or if you want, you can make it like this with the angle a little bit shortened. It just depends on how you want to do it. Okay. Now what you need to know about the 4 letters that we're going to be doing in today's class is that all of them are ride or die letters, which means they won't be connecting on both sides. They only connect to what comes before them. So the way that the letter Dal connects is you have a connecting line, and then you just connect your Dal like this. Okay, so there's some sort of letter is connected on this side. So for instance, let's write Yed. Yed. So the Ya sound followed by the Dal. Now we're going to start with our Ya. Okay, there are 2 dots. And it's got a fatha on top of it because it's making the A sound. Ya. Right? If it had a dhamma, it'd be you. If it had kasr, it'd be yi. But we're saying Ya. And then it ends with the D sound, so we take this line and then we just connect it here. Yed. If you want to write it with the line like this, you can, and that works fine. Yed. Let's try another one. Let's do one, adab. Adab. And adab is a word that includes the letter that we did last time. Remember we did the Hamza last time? So think about what makes the A sound in the beginning of a word. That letter is a Hamza. So what we're going to do is we're going to write the Hamza on top of an Alif. So anytime you hear the A or the U or the E sound in the beginning of a word, it will always be written on an Alif. So here we go. We're going to write an Alif with a Hamza. It's got a fatha because you're saying A. Now, when Hamza is sitting on an Alif, it connects the way that the Alif connects. So Alif doesn't connect, it's ride or die. So the next letter, Dal, is not going to be connected to it. Dal is also ride or die. Adab, so the last letter Ba is going to be written non-connected. Okay. Let's try another one. Let's do Jadid. 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 This one's brought up here. Jadid. Now Jadid starts with a Ja. So I'm going to write my Jim. Now think of what vowel do you hear? Is it a long or short? Good, it's short. Is it A, U, I? Jadid. Ja. A. So I'm going to put a fatha. Deed. So now I have the D sound. Jadid. So I need to write the D sound, which is my letter Dal. It's going to connect like this. Now it's ride or die, which means it won't connect to the next letter. Jadid. What makes the long E sound is my letter Ya. Remember that the letter Ya connects on both sides, okay? It only looks like itself when it's at the end of a word. So it's non-connected. We're going to write it initial position because the Dal doesn't connect. Jadid. Then our last letter is Dal. Jadid. Okay? Now, this is a vocab word. It means new, and it is an adjective. This is the first adjective that we have learned so far. So what we want to do now is I want you to write a phrase. Bait Jadid. 2 words. Bait Jadid. So here we have bait. Jadid. Now, bait, you already know means what? House. And then jadid is your vocab word, which means new. So it means a new house. A new house. Notice that in terms of the order of these words, bait, or the house, comes first, and jadid comes second. We put the noun here and then the adjective. This is what we call a noun adjective phrase. Okay? So in a noun adjective phrase, your noun comes first, followed by the adjective that's describing it. So if we wanted to do a new crown, there's no word for a. Anytime you have a word like bait or jadid, or any noun that you have, it implies that it's a something. So let's do a new crown. So what was the word for crown? Taj. And then just put the adjective after it, new. Jadid. Taj. Jadid. A new crown. So we're going to come back to this in a little bit. However, how do I get the scroll? We're going to get back to this in a little bit. However, for now, just keep a note in your notebook to let you know that noun adjective phrases always start with a noun, and the adjective that describes it will follow it. Okay, let's do another word that has dal in it. Let's do dajaj. Dajaj. Some people say dajaj because they pronounce the G like a J sound. But in Fusha, in standard Arabic, it's a J. Dajaj means chicken. So we have a da with a fatha. Da. Ja. J. So remember, dal here doesn't connect. It's a ride or die letter. So the next letter has to be written in initial position. Okay? So anytime you have a letter that's a ride or die in the beginning, the next letter has to be written in initial position. So we write jim in initial position, followed by the alif, and then jim. This means chicken. So how would I say a new chicken? Put the noun first, dajaj. Jadid. Just like that. Okay. So this is the letter dal.